Welcome back to the channel, or if it's your first time, welcome to the channel. My name is Sean King, and I create educational content around the idea of helping you master your money so you can create tough money habits. Today, we're clearing up a big financial misconception that I believe a lot of people have. And that misconception is all debt is bad debt. Now, most people hear the word debt and immediately think that it's a bad thing, but that's not always true. There's good debt and then there's bad debt. And knowing the difference between the two, well, that's the difference between staying stuck in the financial rat race and building long-term generational wealth. So today, we're gonna break it all down. What is debt really? Let's start with the basics. Debt is simply borrowed money. That's it. Whether it's from a credit card, a bank, a mortgage lender, or even a private investor. Debt means you're using someone else's money with the expectation that you'll pay it back with interest. But here's the question nobody asks. What are you doing with that money? That's what separates good debt from bad debt. So let's start with good debt. Good debt is debt that helps you grow your income, build equity, or increase your overall net worth. It's strategic, it's intentional, it's debt that gives you leverage. Here are a couple examples of what I mean. Number one would be real estate. Banks are literally willing to lend you hundreds of thousands of dollars to buy a home. Why? Because homes are assets. If you buy a house that goes up in value or cash flows as a rental property, your equity grows and you're getting paid. Number two is business loans. If you borrow $50,000 to start or scale a business and that business generates, say, $100,000 in profit, that's good debt. You're using borrowed money to create a nice return. Number three is education with a plan. Now I'm going to say this carefully. Education can be good debt if you're going into a field with strong earning potential like tech, law, medicine, engineering. There's a ton of them. Then a student loan can actually be an investment in your future cash flow. But a $100,000 student loan to study underwater basket weaving? You know what that is? Yeah, probably not so much. Number four is whole life insurance to practice the infinite banking concept. Now, this one's near and dear to my heart because this is what I teach and preach. A properly structured whole life policy allows you to borrow against your cash value while your money continues to grow. You're not spending your cash, you're leveraging it. Now, let's transition to bad debt. So on the flip side, bad debt is debt that drains your wealth. It doesn't provide a return. All it really does is fund your current lifestyle at the cost of your future financial freedom. Here are a few examples of bad debt. Obviously, we all know credit cards. We're talking 14% interest, 22% interest. Some cards go as high as 30%. And most of the time, we're using these to buy things like clothes, gadgets, takeout food, or vacations we couldn't actually afford in the first place. So now we're stressing hardcore while we're on them instead of kicking back and relaxing. Number two is auto loans. More specifically, when over leveraged. Cars are depreciating assets. The moment you drive off the lot, it's worth less than you actually paid for it. And yet, people finance these $60,000 SUVs with 7-year loans just to look the part. That's not smart money. That's just a pretend flex. Number three is buy now, pay later schemes. You know the apps that I'm talking about, like Klarna, Sizzle, Afterpay. I don't know if I said any of those right. I mean, the list goes on and on. These might look harmless, $50 here, $100 there, but they add up quickly. And they trick your brain into thinking that you can afford things that you actually can't. It's debt disguised as convenience. So let's talk about why bad debt is so bad. The real issue with bad debt is it kills your cash flow. Let's say you got $600 a month going towards credit card payments and auto loans. That's $7,200 a year that could have gone towards investing, saving, or paying off your home faster. Now multiply that over a decade, That's $72,000. Add some interest on top of that, and you're easily looking at over six figures that just slip through your fingers. You see, bad debt legitimately steals your future, but it does it right under your nose, nice and slow. So now that we've addressed the problem, let's talk about the solution. How do we turn bad debt into a good strategy, Sean? Well, here's the deal. If you've got bad debt, it's not the end of the world. Most people do. I sure did. About $60,000 to be more specific. The key is awareness and action. Here's what I would suggest. Number one, track everything. Start with some clarity. Know exactly what you owe, the interest rates, and the minimum payments required. The first thing that I do with my clients is I help them set up a very basic but easily trackable budget. Believe me, it provides a ton of clarity around your current cash flow situation, and we find the holes where those useless dollars seem to be escaping from. Number two, prioritize your debt. We have some software that will specifically tell us what the most effective way is to tackle your debt and what order to do it in. It's extremely helpful. Number three would be build your system. Make sure you're flowing money through a system that's going to allow you to continue to earn on that money for the rest of your life, even after sending it to a third-party lender to pay down your debts. That's where my expertise comes into play, and that's what I can help you with. Number four, avoid taking on more bad debt. I know it sounds simple, but if you can't pay for it in cash, ask yourself, do I really need it or can I wait? Not that I pay for anything in cash. Number five, leverage good debt intelligently. When you've got control over your finances, then you can start using strategic debt, like investing in real estate, businesses, or other cash flowing opportunities to really start building your wealth and your passive income. Look, you guys, at the end of the day, the goal isn't to be debt free, it's to be financially free. And financial freedom means you're in control. You don't want to just avoid debt, you want to understand it. You want to use it as a tool when it makes sense, and you want to avoid it when it doesn't. And if you want help mapping out a personalized strategy, especially if you're curious about how infinite banking could play a role in replacing bad debt with smart leverage, then let's set up a time to chat. My information is below. If you feel like you got some value from this video, please do me a favor, smash that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more educational tips. If you want to know where I believe the absolute best place is to save my money so it's always working for me, making me money, whether I spend it or not, then check out the video in the description below. I'd be happy to connect with anyone who needs help creating and setting up their budget, because I believe building wealth begins and ends with a better understanding of the cash that's flowing through your life. As always, guys, the information is free, but the knowledge is priceless. I'm Sean King, and I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.